stressful sounding like I was headed to get me a coffee. And I wanted to share like my thoughts, what's going on in my mind in this moment, and what I came across on YouTube. So it one thing I know to do is to stay with myself and stay away from people that look like they have bad intentions. And sometimes you can tell those people that, like, a person can be pretty fine, you know what I'm saying, for the males, like handsome, either way it goes. They truly have bad intentions for you. You know, and I say that because, you know, if you look on TV, because people, you know, and they look to celebrities, a lot of people don't, when it comes to like knowing somebody pretty, that personally, then they could already tell that person character. But a lot of people look to the stars. These people, like, this is, you looking at people that are actual performers. Now, you could come across people that's performing as far as their whole life is a performance in real life. So just that, like when they tell, when you think about like a motivational speaker or someone that want to be uplifting, just say even in church, or just like I said, someone who wants to be in a better space in life. So they have these things called affirmations. So affirmation is something that you want to come to pass. You know what I'm saying? So just for example, you know, that those little quotes they make. I don't look like what I've been through, or the best is yet to come. And then you repeat these things and you repeat these things daily until it comes to pass. Or you know what I'm saying? I'm the greatest at whatever I put my mind to. So then if you start applying that to yourself, you can repeat these things over and over again, and then you start applying them to yourself, then it can become true. So I say all that to say, like, people look to these stars on the TV. They're people just like me. I'm a person. If someone just sees me out on the street and just say, oh my goodness, like, she would be great in this movie that I'm putting together. Okay, so then I take the job as an actress, get in the movie, and then the movie make a whole bunch of money. You know, or even if they had a small budget, but it made some, you know, let's not get to what it made. So they have a certain amount of money. They get the movie made. Then they take it to the box office. Box. Remember that word, box. Someone putting you in a box with a lid on it sometimes. Okay. So you in a box. Office. So you on the screen, so then they showing your work state to state, country to country, and that was just me. Like, you know, as you see me here live on YouTube, I'm that same person that you see Beauties at Night. Okay, hey, good morning. You see Beauties at Night, and they like, cause it's at night, you know, but it's morning right now. But I'm just saying, just go with, cause it's dark. Beauties at Night. So then we make a movie about women being hanging out late at night, and I'm one of them. So that's what they wanted. That was what the movie was all about. So now I'm in this movie. So I'm in this movie, you know, beautiful women being out at night. So now you take your money, you interested in this movie. You take your money, so you come see me. You come see me on the big screen because they do the trailers, promoting it and all of that stuff. So you could be just on here and then you ain't got the packet, the subscription where the ads not there. You get the ads. Beautiful women at night. You're like, oh my God, that seems so interesting. Let me go see it. So y'all go see it and make a lot of money. So now, besides me, now I'm not just on this person that woke up at 4 a.m. and got on YouTube. Now I'm on the big screen, the bigger screen. See, this phone is like, I think it's like just about 3 inches, 3 by 5 or 6 inches. So that's the screen I'm on. I'm on the 3 to 5. You see this screen? This is like 3 to 5 inch screen. Okay? And I'm live, you know what I'm saying? So this gonna go from that big to bigger than my arms can stretch a video screen, a movie screen. When you go to the movie theater, it's bigger than as far as I can stretch my arms. So now they just take this and they put it on the big thing for more people to even see. So my point is that is you see me now. I'm just a person. So like I said, the movie make a lot of money. They decide I'm gonna give you XYZ portion of what we made because you was the one that was in the movie that did the best. So I say I did the best. So let's say it made 10 million and it's 6 of us, and then the other 4 goes back to what it went into to make this movie. So the 6, they get their split. The other people get their split, and I get 2. And then the rest of them get their split because they said I was the one that was a main, basically what people would call a main character. Remember, this is still acting. Now, my life has always been real, period. No matter where I go, no matter what job I work, no matter what people I've been around. So I decided to record this because of what I had saw. I watched a video of, I'm funny myself, but this is Dave Chappelle. He's referring to Cassie. Cassie being with Puffy. I gotta get this coffee because I gotta like sit down to tell this story because I'm like Cassie, but where I am in Detroit, I'm like the Detroit Cassie. Okay, because this story about to get real wild. Real wild. So so I watched the video of Dave Chappelle. He's talking about Cassie, and he's so he was talking about her sex life. Now people would consider me a freak. I consider myself one too. Let me go grab a donut 1 second. I consider myself a freak too, and my business. But the problem was, I was working at Stellantis Chrysler, Fiat Chrysler, all them big name. No matter where you go, they got the cars there. Okay, you go out the country, you gonna find a Chrysler vehicle. Even if you ain't finding the regular stuff, you gonna find the fast cars. You gonna find a Charger, Challenger, them in the movies, all of that. Most of the cop cars in the movies are Chargers if you pay attention close enough. So they may have even a contract with them. So I need to see, and I just thought about that just now. They might have a contract with them when it comes to making movies, because even out in where I live. So they might have a contract with them. So that's probably another reason why I'm in the situation I'm in, because it's affecting that. I'll get into that a little bit. Is it right? Hey, just take that and see it. Then I gotta figure out counting some more change.
Yes.
Oh, what? I had some points on it. Thank you, baby. Thank you for having me sign up, honey.
Yeah.
Yes, it sure came in. It came in handy today because I was not expecting. I'm about to give you the fact. You like, no, I got to give you something back. Okay. What? Even something else? Oh my goodness. Okay, give me my dollar back. Give me my dollar back. Oh, this like going to the casino. Okay, thank you, baby. Take care. Okay, that's like going to the casino. All this shit was free. Because of points. I signed up for the point thing. So this shit was actually free. So, like I say, I worked there for shit, damn near 13 years. So, anyway, so I was watching Dave Chappelle. His story was about, he was talking about how Cassie, had this freaky sex life. I have a freaky sex life myself. The difference is I don't know what their situation was. No, I'm not the type that, I don't need my boyfriend, because I ain't got one, to be going to family, niggas to have sex with. Okay, that's just some interest in you there. We could probably get it off there. You might get some if I was a little too tipsy. That's why I don't drink no more. And it wasn't that, it was just like, it blame it on, because I'm telling you, I've experienced that, like that Jezebel spirit. Like you could be so horny where you just like gotta get that thing out. But anyway, back to why I was making this video about the Cassie incident. So because people are ignorant, and a lot of men and women are retarded. They're retarded, low vibrational, ain't got nothing going on for themselves. So they hate themselves so much where they have to put that energy into something. And that's where I come into play. So while I was when I started working at Chrysler, Fiat Chrysler, Daimler Chrysler, whatever the name you want to put it, Stellantis, whatever the name don't mean, we just talk about the building. Warren Stamping, 9 Mile and Mile. And boom, I just thought about something as soon as I said mound. What is the mound? Baseball mound. Got it. That's why my apartment, it's correlating now to the apartment I ended up moving into was on a baseball diamond. So anyway, so I'm in there, and I noticed that I started working at Fiat Chrysler back in June 2010. When I started there, I started sober. And what I mean by sober, I had drank before I came there, but I was sober once I, got to the job. My previous job, I was at a law firm before that, Stillman Law in Farmington Hills. And my supervisor, my sister, she emailed me that they were hiring. Whatever. My oldest sister, Rosalind Harris, emailed me saying that they was hiring, so I applied and everything. And then they offered me the position or whatever. And when even just saying that part, they offered me the position at this job. Even saying that part, knowing that, okay, when I, filled out the application, or even when I went into orientation, like, just looking back, you don't even know everything that you signed. You know what I'm saying? In your mind, it's like, okay, I need some money. I'm getting a job. I'm working these 40 hours. You know what I'm saying? Getting paid. What did it start off? 14 something. It was 14 something to start, and it went up to 1372. Now, no, I did not comb through the whole application. No, I did not. I filled in the stuff the necessary information that I felt I should have put on there. If even signing that just to get this is remember I'm talking about working at the plant. Right. I'm not looking to see like we're gonna exploit you, we're gonna human traffic you. I wasn't looking. I didn't even look like that for a goddamn job application where you try to get paid to feed your family. Who is gonna be looking? Let me see if they say anything about trafficking and we gonna get to exploit you and we gonna fuck you over. The EAPA is not even gonna really work for you for real. Like who is signing up to work and thinking like a job is gonna fuck you over really? You signing up to get fucked over. Like who really thinks that? When someone thinks that I have a need for some money, they like, okay, this place is higher, they paying this. And in my mind, I'm thinking this shit legit. Okay. I'm thinking this shit legit, I'm laughing now, but the shit really ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? Who be thinking all that when you sign it? You thinking, okay, I'm signing up to go to the job and I'm gonna get paid. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So anyway, back to what I was saying. End up accepting the job opportunity. Damn, I guess they don't want me to walk across. Is it okay if I walk across the street? Is it okay if I walk across? You gonna run the light? Damn, do I get to walk? I'm just saying, do I get to walk? What the hell? That shit was crazy. So anyway, I takes the dang old job. Get in there sober. And it wasn't, I started in the frogs. PROG. Okay, now that's important because that's where the programming shit start. Remember, people get programmed off watching the goddamn TV. That's where the programming starts in the frogs. Unbeknownst to me, remember, I just came here to get some cash. You know what I'm saying? To pay some bills so I can live. Did I think or whatever? And I met him there. That's what I remember meeting him. I had to meet him there. So, because my car was outside. I don't remember even my car outside. So I met him there. So, well, he went back and brought my car. Wanted to brought me the keys, something. I don't know. Because, when you drink too much, you could black out and things could be happening. You don't know that they happening, but they actually happen. So, but I woke up when I came to. He was gone. I was there to roll by myself, and I just had a t-shirt off. So I'm like, well, yeah. Then I'm looking out the window, and then like I said, that's how I noticed my car looking out the window. So it was on and popping from then. That was when I took my first drink again. Now, mind you, I am a freak. So now they talk about girls going wild. Now these hoes up in the plant, they selling pussy. I wasn't selling anything. Okay, I didn't even made a t-shirt talking about their behavior up in there. Because one was talking shit to me at one time, and I was like, bitch, I'll fix you. I'll fix you. I'll come in with a shirt to let you know that I'm not the one to fuck with. Made the shirt with all the stuff on it. And one, it was two of them. One went to Cooley. She was Shaida's friend, my little sister. The other one, Tiffany, she was more of a classy hoe. Okay, but she had a problem with me too, both of them. So, Tiffany saw the t-shirt because it's like I parked in the parking lot and then across the street is a job. She saw the t-shirt. She read the back of it before we could get in the building. I brought an extra t-shirt just in case they tell me to take it off. Anyway, So, um, goes up in there with my shirt. They had me take it off. It was okay because it was seen already. I just needed her to see it. That was enough. And talk about it. And she did. She probably went back and told the other bitch. And she done made a t-shirt and talking shit and da da da. But see, if it don't apply, let it fucking fly. So obviously it applied. So I took the t-shirt off anyway. So being a person that I'm a freak. So I was running through them niggas. Running through them. I'm not saying that that's a good thing. I'm just saying what happened. Now these people started there. A lot of them. Tier 1s. I was a tier 2. They started there from high school. I didn't. Like I said, I came from a law firm. And I worked many jobs for them. And also, that was a thing I learned about myself. I'm always fucking somebody that I work with. They always said, don't shit where you eat. I be shitting where I eat. Even way back my first job at McDonald's. It's just it was, I don't know if I was call that a bad habit or if it was a habit. Maybe it was a habit. It was just the way I was. I'm gonna say. Because even after I got sober, I was still the same way. Anyway, I learned now. Can't do that. So now I'm drinking, and then it's just like world changed from there. So I'm fast forward to what I learned now is like that they be trafficking people up in there. People in this world, they like to exploit people. They like to take advantage of people if you got some type of issue, some type of drug issue, or if you have an insecurity. People will play on that. So, shit was happening, and I'm like, why is all this shit happening? Then there was a fire in me for using alcohol and drugs, and then I'm never tested. Like, how am I getting fired for using drugs, alcohol, and I ain't never tested? But I kept money in the bank, so I didn't give a fuck. Good vacation. Then I was seeing Omari Goshett. OMariGoshett. That's how you spell his name. So I was seeing him at that. And he like, you gotta get back to work. You gotta get back to work. Like, bitch, why I gotta get back to work? And shit, I got some money in the bank. What the fuck you talking about? I don't need that motherfucking job. So I ended up calling International. Because it was the president, Romaine, that was the president at the time, that had fired me. So I ended up calling International, talk to a man. Men are, a lot of them are evil. Especially if they drinking and on drugs. So I called International. I'm like, I got fired for drinking and drugging, but I was never tested for anything. No, he was the one, the one. There was a woman that I had talked to that gave me the information. She was like, well, that's not the procedure. That's not how it go. Like, they got to have proof that you did something. You know what I'm saying? They had to have proof that you drank or used drugs to say something like that. So I called him and told him what she said. She said, that I was supposed to be tested, I wasn't tested for nothing. He was like, okay, well, come back Monday. And then this, like I said, this happened like 3 times. Third time, I'm like, fuck this job, because y'all are playing with my finances at this point, because I have this child that I have to take care of. So I was like, fuck that. I ain't coming back, because I need money to take care of the child. So fuck this place. You ain't about to keep playing with the money. They even played it even when it came to the contracts. When I came in, I was supposed to have a pension. They took that carrot and they dangled it. We're going to bring it back. Then they threw the carrot down the street in a hole, in a grinder, and they grinded that carrot up, and it was like, up, no pension for you. You ain't getting one, sir. Then I should have known, oh, it's time to get the fuck up out of here. Because they don't got no pension no more. Remember, I was still drinking at the time. So it was time to go then. Once they threw that carrot and grinded it up and made a carrot cake, it was time to go. But I didn't have a plan, so I was still there. Anyway, so after, like I said, after that third time, I was like, I'm not coming back to this motherfucker no more, because all y'all playing with people's livelihood. So I ain't doing it. So let's fast forward to the Cassie part. Omari Goshett wanted to be like Diddy. You know, I don't understand how people want to be like other people. You can admire somebody and like, you know, the music that they play. If you ain't never met none of these celebrities in person, you don't know who they are. You don't know them personally unless you met them in person. It's like you watching me, you know what I'm saying and everything like that. You ain't came in contact with me where you sit next to me and we having a discussion about other things, and I'm talking about something certain right now. Where you sitting with me and we just kicking it in like, oh, okay, yeah, she seemed like a really down to earth person. Then you can say, yeah, I know her because I was around her and da. You can't just go off a video and say like you know somebody because you ain't met them. Just like a movie, they acting. People don't know these people. Or just like I said, they on the stage doing performances. They singers, rappers. Even in an orchestra, you just saw them playing instruments. You don't know who that person is when they go home. Just like Jeffrey Dahmer, eating people, houses and killing people and chopping them up and doing all kind of wild stuff. The daughter found that something was strange with him, but the mama like, oh, he is such a great guy. He's so fine, and look that he bought you a puppy. Like these men be crazy. Women crazy too, but I don't get in relationships with women. I've dated women, but I ain't been in no relationship with one. Now I had a best friend. She was obsessed too, so she probably was actually lesbian in the end. It's just what it is. And so anyway, man, when I be going, it's like I forget my train of thought. Anyway, so I'm outside the job, and then like I said with the Cassie thing. So and these people mind probably because they mind been gone since high school, and like I said, they in there selling pussy. These bitches. I wasn't selling shit. But also, and like I said, like people can't exploit people, so they knew that I'm this freak. So a person that wants to exploit you, oh, they could turn themselves into a pimp. Oh, I'm pimping now. So they taking money. But see, they can't do. He is not smart enough to do all of this. Wasn't smart enough to do all this by himself. So some people had to been working with him. He can't. He could barely. You write. He write on a piece of paper. It's chicken fucking scratch. So he ain't communicating with nobody. He got a GED. But that doesn't change the fact that a person could want to be a pimp or try to be pimping. They could just pay people like when you don't know how to do something, you just pay somebody that know how to do it. So he probably was paying somebody to do the internet shit to find out the guys that I'm interacting with online and all of that stuff. So like grab him, get him to go see her. So he pimping, so he know that's like my type. So he done sold me to such and such, or whoever this person is to say I like that I'm dealing with. So he called himself doing that with my types. But see, they probably know that they buying some pussy. I don't know that they buying no pussy. Now, it came to pay. This is how I end up finding out. This last guy I had been seeing. And I don't know who the players is that help him make this work. I believe my sister was one of them, Callie Pitts, because she was friends. His good friend is Lawrence, and his wife is Latasha Gant. I don't know Lawrence's actual last name. But anyway, today, Latasha Gant, Lawrence, this is a married couple, and he is friends with Lawrence. Omari Goshett. All of them went to Cooley. I went to Cooley as well. Okay. So, Kelly wasn't even friends with these people no more. When I'm fast forwarding to what I'm talking about, wasn't even friends with them no more. But my brother had a memorial, and these motherfuckers was at his memorial. So these ain't even your friends. So like, why the fuck is they at your brother memorial? Remember, these is your friends. These ain't your brother friends. It should have been bag on up out of here. We ain't friends no more. What the hell you showing up for? I don't need you to show up for my brother because you ain't showing up. I don't need you showing up for me because we ain't friends no more. This is how I operate as a person. But if you're an evil, diabolical person, and it's like something that you got going on includes somebody that you hate, people develop groups and can attack somebody because they all together. They not all friends, but they all getting together because they hate the same person. And I can look like, just like when you look at the government, they all supposed to be working for us, but they all seem to be working for themselves. Even the president going against his own. Oh, you fired. Oh, you ain't did the shit that I said, or you ain't said how I want you to say it, you fired. Me find another lackey that's gonna do what I said. Cause I said say it like this, and you gonna say it your own way. You ain't saying it your own way. You say it the way I said it, or you ain't gonna be working. That could be the Romaine. He could be the leader of the bullshit. I don't know, cause I ain't getting all into. I do know that it was another co-worker that I work with. She wore her hair like a fade. He had beat her up. They supposed to have video of it. He was on the news. There was a story about it. And the neighbor had, everybody got that ring cat. The neighbor caught the stuff on camera of what he was doing. Now, hearing a story like that, them bitches still at the job wanting to fuck them and be around them. Bitches is weird like that. Like, a kid, like bitches, like somebody like eating babies and evil weird shit. Bitches would draw to a man like that with their kids. Like, oh, I want me one of them. Knowing that, there was a story in the news that he actually beat this woman up, whatever. But anyway, back to him. So he wanted to be like this Puffy thing. And so when I saw the story about Dave Chappelle did a comedy skit about what had happened to her and her life of being a freak. So they were exploiting me because I am free. And some people feel like in this world, that's how evil it is. It's like, oh, that right there. Just like even with my Instagram and my Facebook pages, they monetize both of the sites. That's why I don't take money from none of this shit, because it's always somebody that's in the background doing some scamming ass shit. They stole my Facebook page. They stole my Instagram page. They stole these things and they used them to monetize off them. I wasn't getting monetized. I just do this shit for fun. And so that when people have a love for money, they do this. People sell their kids for money. People will off their partner for money, insurance and shit like that. Yes, women and men. Transgender is a man, so women and men. And women and men is the same as your child, your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, your co-worker, your boss. It's all the same thing, a man or a woman doing this evil ass shit. So like when I saw the video and he was talking about the things that had happened to Cassie and her freak life. Like when he was talking about the part where he was like, she was on the stand and they asked her, well, did you let him pee in your mouth? And she was like, yeah. Then it just when that part came, it was like, I remember this guy that wanted me to pee in his mouth. Now I ain't peeing in nobody's mouth because I don't have no desire to pee in nobody's damn mouth on my own. Like, that was something this guy wanted. I had kind of like dismissed it. I said yeah, but I kind of dismissed it for a while he was there at my apartment. I kind of dismissed it, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing I'm thinking about, like, okay, don't forget to pee in his mouth, there ain't nothing to talk about. But he did. He was like, I thought you said you was gone. I was like, oh, okay. So I drank a whole bunch of water. And I laid out a towel in the bathroom. And then, I'm good. I squat. I do squats, so I'm good on my feet and where I ain't about to fall over. So I squatted over his mouth and peed in his mouth. So people have their own little freak things, but like that ain't my freak thing. You know what I'm saying? And then see, then that's another thing. Like people can see that okay, you did it because he could go tell his friends like, oh, I got her, da, 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 da. And then see, he's telling this to his friends, and then his friends could think I'm the person to go to get their mouthpiece. Now I ain't saying like I ain't got no pee in your mouth business going on. You know what I'm saying? He asked me, and I was just a willing participant to pee in his mouth. And you ain't about to pee in mine. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, but then people, like I said, people will take this and then use it and make it seem like that is you. Like, no, that's what he like. That ain't my freak. Everybody got their own way of being a freak. And it's like, that ain't my thing. I just showed up for him. That's what he wanted. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Now, if he asks, you know what I'm saying, slit your arms and drip the blood out of my mouth, like, fuck no. Like, I'm not about to cut myself. You just, no. Maybe a slight cut. Where they going deep. Okay, and I probably ain't got to get no stitches and some shit like, but if it is stitches, bitch, how much is you paying me? But anyway, I'm just saying, that thought just came right there because I thought about, like, the dollar amount. That what I'm saying, but this is still me deciding that this is something. How much is you paying? But something like that, no, I may not be paying enough. So, and then to cut myself, no, it depends on how desperate I was for somebody. But see, desperation is a whole other thing. I'm not desperate for shit, so I don't think I ever be that desperate for some money. Where it's like, okay, I'm about to, then that's like I said, I watched. That was another one. This freak thing. I'm already out the box, Pandora's box. Okay, now I've done some freaky stuff on my own because I know how to be a freak on my own. But that MK Ultra, now that was the guy I worked with too, MK Ultra. He came over. And he wanted to get walked like a dog. So I walked him like a dog around my apartment. I was already, I had my little cutesy stuff on already. He brought the whip. He brought the collar, and I walked him around and whipped him and stuff. Had my heels on and everything like that. Okay, then it was like, we did that for a nice amount of time. Like, okay, I need to sit down and take a break. The TV's on, so I'm watching the TV. So I sat down and I'm watching what was on TV. And he fooling with his phone. Okay? Fooling with his phone. And he jumped down back on the seat when I jumped, sit back. And he like, you ever watch tranny porn? And he like pushed it in my face. And then it was only like seconds. And I'm like, well, I have now, you know what I'm saying? Because you just shoved this damn phone in my face. You know what I'm saying? That shit changed my life. He goes away all about his life. This is when I used to watch porn. I started making my own after that. That's a whole nother story too. But anyway, he goes away. So I was watching XNXX at the time, and a little bit of Pornhub, mostly XNXX. So I'm trying to watch my stuff, get in the mood to masturbate, right? I'm like, it ain't working. Try another video. It ain't working. Another bit. It ain't working. Oh my God. So I was like, tranny porn. Put that shit in. It worked. I was like, oh my effing goodness. This is crazy. I said, this is crazy. I called my little sister. She can verify that. I call her like that. Not like me. I love me some men. I call her. I'm like, girl, I watched some tranny porn. And I got off, girl. I said, I can't believe this shit is wild and crazy. And then I'm like, I like men. I like men. I'm like, I like men though. I don't even understand how this is like happening like this. So I'm giving myself the sad at like, it's too weird. It's too weird though. I was like, no, because this is not like every time I try to masturbate, it ain't going down like this. I was watching my own kind of stuff, and this is what I got to know. So I cut porn out. Now this last lover I had, I'm guessing he was a trick, really. In the end, remember, I don't know that this stuff going on, this trafficking and setting me up to be a prostitute. I don't know that this going on. So when I saw him at one time, he was like, he had a problem with his car. I'm a caring and loving person. He was like, he had a problem with his battery. So I gave him some money to get a battery so he could get back and forth to work. Like, damn, if your car, you know what I'm saying? When I care about somebody, like, shit, here, take this $100 to get you a battery so you ain't taking the chance, you know what I'm saying, every day seeing if your stuff gonna possibly start. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go to work. Here, take this $100. And even when I was giving $100, I had came out the mental hospital because they kept me there for 10 days because I asked the doctor, does he use meth? He asked me that shit. I said, do you use meth? Like, look at me, motherfucker. I'm about to do I use some goddamn meth? Do you use meth? Well, from my thoughts of what a meth use was, the people that I seen on TV with the swords and holes on, do you use meth? And he was like, bitch, I'll show you. You're going to the mental hospital for 10 days. Food got rotted. Plants was on their way, withering away. But anyway, they forced medication on me. Gave me this shot. I missed three whole days. I don't remember what happened. But anyway, so like I said, I'm like, the stuff was getting out my system. So when I was, like I said, I was giving him the money to get better, my hands was like Mr. Krabs. I couldn't press the sit on the cash app with my hands. They was like this, like Mr. Krabs. So I'm like, press that button, send it to you, get the money so you can get your stuff. So fast forward to recently when we was texting, the shit he was saying, like prostitute lady, and I'm like, bitch, what type of prostitute get you money? Bitch, I gave $100 to get a battery. Like, prostitution, like, bitch, you is wild. I ain't talking to you no more. That's when I knew, like, that was like confirmation. It ain't, I ain't thinking shit going on. That's what the fuck is going on. But his ass is getting exploited too, obviously. Because he think I'm a fucking prostitute. Like, bitch, why would I give you my number if that was the case? Don't fucking dial my number no more. And I know that Omari Goshett, he's a pedophile. He wanted to have sex with my son. And then you associating with a pedophile, like, that was another thing. You associate with a pedophile, and you think I'm a motherfucking prostitute, nigga, fuck you. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck what drugs you on. I don't give a fuck what drink you drink. I don't get down with motherfuckers like that. You fucking with this nigga that want to sleep with my kid. Bitch, then you try to make it like somebody a prostitute. Your mama was a prostitute. That's probably why she dead at 6. When you was 6. Selling that ass. You probably got in contact with the wrong motherfucker. But bitch, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I was hot. I was hot. I got the text. I'm gonna come back, you know, with the text messages of our conversation that we was back and forth. Because he's mentally ill at the same time. Because I was asking, like, did you take your meds or whatever? I got women for that. Like, bitch, a woman can't cover nothing about no medication for your mind. Especially if you look how you seeing me. You ain't right in the head. A woman can't fix that. That you thinking that I'm a fucking prostitute. How the fuck a bitch gonna fix that? She can only have you come and tell you a whole bunch of goddamn lies. Like, that ain't gonna fix the fact that you think somebody is a prostitute and they were being helpful towards you. How is she gonna fix that shit? But anyway, so even this wrap up into Cindy Stackpole, I don't know. I know Bruce. He is a doctor that worked with the Chrysler. I ran into him when I didn't want to get a point from work, so I went into rehab, and then I did the IOP because I still want to get paid. And I started seeing him. Then I started seeing Chrysler workers up in there too, up in the IOP because that's when Zoom was out. And so I know it was a nigga. It was a nigga that started email. We had connected on Facebook, and then I think it was not too long ago the nigga contacted me. So they probably exploiting his ass too. He probably started back drinking or whatever. But that's what these white people do. White people are evil like that. And then the blacks, because black ain't real, blacks are just as evil as the white people because neither one of these things exists. It's like, you see that? See, air does exist. Energy does exist. You ain't never seen a white person. You ain't never seen a black person. They use that to take advantage of people in their mind. Because they get you to believe that, oh, yes, I'm white. Yes, I'm black. I'm black and I'm proud. And so they get a whole bunch of fools to believe that they black, knowing damn well this is black, this is brown, but they agreed to be a whole ass dummy. That's white. And those are things, not people. This close to white, what they call themselves being white. And I'm close to what is really black. This is people. This is people coming like these type of colors. They don't come in white and black. But people just be dumb enough to go for it and keep saying this dumb shit to themselves. Knowing damn well if they know how to spell the word black. They know how to spell the word brown. Yet they say, I'm black. And if I put a crayon on the ground, a white crayon, a black crayon, and a brown crayon, and a pink crayon, and we ask a kid to pick up the crayon that's closest to their face, that hasn't been brainwashed at home, probably pick up the pink one and the brown one. Neither one of them kids gonna pick up that white or that black crayon unless they've already been tainted and brainwashed. But anyway, about to finish my donut and breathe because I got a woo-saw. Because like after watching that part with Cassie, like, yeah, she was freaky. She probably was agreeing with what's up with that abuse. That's a whole nother thing when someone is abusive. And see, people can mentally and physically abuse you. Like Omari was mentally and physically abusive. And I'm not going to say that I wasn't, because he came over my house one day. I was before too. He came over my house one day, and you thought you going to sit on my motherfucking couch and watch these, and I find these stupid shows for you to watch, and then you going to be drunk and lay back and, bitch, get out my house. I cut his jogging strings off his jogging pants. Get up, get out, and tried to kick him down the stairs, but he didn't tumble. But anyway, that was the old me. That was drinking, Keisha. I don't drink no.